I have to clean this house. I have to do my laundry. I'm going to be packing. I got in workout clothes because I'm like, oh, remember to go. Okay. Why is it being all weird? Whoops. Okay. Sorry, I am not techie. I accidentally hit something that was blocking me. Okay, let's start. And I need to work out. I don't know if that's going to happen today or not. But with all the running around I'm doing, hopefully I'll burn some calories. I would love to get to the gym. I just don't know if that's really in the cards for today. And I'm trying to not be ADHD today and go do just what I want to do. I'm trying to think how a neurotypical would do this. They would probably start off by packing first. But where are my ADHD girlies? Because we all know if you have ADHD, you can't even think straight until your house is mostly clean. So, because of that, I am not a hoarder. The good thing about ADHD is I guess that's helped me keep my house somewhat in order, because before I do anything big, I'm like, I gotta have a clean house because I can't think. So, and let me just say, I just went and did something kind of big, and I've been starting to do it already for myself. Let me tell my audience of 0 what I've been doing. Okay. Well, I'm proud of myself, so I'm going to talk about it. I've slowly been getting rid of some of the baby stuff, which is progress, because if you know, we were trying for the last, 4 or 5 years since Daisy to have another, and we realized it's not in the cards for us, and that we're ready to move on, even though I feel like as soon as I take one step forward, I take 5 back in a way. I'm starting to get rid of stuff. Hello. But I'm still having trouble accepting the reality and thinking why couldn't I just do it one more time? Why couldn't I just push through? Why couldn't I and I know I'm a very strong person, but so that's I have guilt about it. But I know we did everything. I know we did. But that we could do. But then I think well, some people go through this 8 times. What? But I know we made the smartest decision for our... Hello, and I'm crying already. I've been on here 4 minutes. I'm crying already, guys. But I'm just saying, we made the best decision for our scenario. But it doesn't mean that it's hard to process that decision. But I listed a couple more baby things, so that's good. I listed 10 things or something, and some of it I know I'm probably just gonna wind up donating. I just donated stuff just now that I'm you know what, this isn't even good enough condition or whatever. That's baby stuff, so I just did that. But I'm gonna ask one of my coworkers if she wants... I've been trying to get rid of these diapers for forever that Daisy doesn't need anymore, and nobody seems to want... And I can't really ship them out, so I can't list it on eBay. It's just I think too heavy or something. I forget why, but I can only list it on Marketplace. I'm cleaning. I have like a list this long, but I can get more coffee if I need to, of things I need to do because we're getting ready to go on vacation soon. I will gift you 500 subs. I kind of doubt that, Julian. I can give a shout out, but I don't like giving shout outs if it's like people threatening me or offering weird things. So if you take that back, I'll give you a shout out. But this is a real account. I'm real, honest, open with y'all. So please do me the respect I give you. I'm always very respectful, and I'm not gonna be fake with you guys. Like, that's not my jam. One time I met somebody that was kind of crazy, like literally, and they told me, they go, "You're the type of person where what you see is what you get." And I'm like, how? They knew me like all of 30 seconds, and I'm like, you might be insane, but you just read me better than anybody has read me my entire life. Like, what is that? But it was true. It was true. And I don't know if that's the neurodivergency in me or what, but and just being, I've lived like 30 lives and I'm only not even 40 yet. So I'm a pretty honest person. Oh, thank you, Layla. But anyway, and I'm starting to open up more, like talking more about the infertility, which is how I deal with it. So I know I'm making some progress. But it's a journey. It's a journey. Even when it's over, you're still like, did we do everything we could have done? But I knew it was time for us because if I didn't have a living child, we would probably still be trying. And I had such complications too with all the pregnancies, with all the MC miscarriages. I had so many complications and stuff, so I just knew it was time. But yeah, it's somebody asked me, how do you decide it's time to be done? Nobody can tell you when it's time to be done, but you will know, you will feel it. It doesn't mean you're not going to second guess yourself, because here I am sometimes second guessing myself, even though I know that was the right. But it takes a while for your heart to realize, like, what's true logically. So you will know. You and your partner will know. Like, I can't go through this again. I can't do this again. You will literally hit a wall. And people are like, well, you just got to get through that wall. Okay, maybe, but for us, no, there was no getting through that wall again. Like, we were done. We were done, and I could tell the worst part is I could tell what made me decide we were done in a weird way was the last positive pregnancy test. I could tell by the feelings of that. And I know they say don't make rash decisions. We didn't. We had taken time. We had taken a year off. So it wasn't just like, oh, we made this quick decision in the midst of our grief or whatever. No. So the part that makes it so hard too, for me, for when to stop is you always hear those stories of the rainbow baby after 7 miscarriages, after 2, after whatever. But I just know that I didn't want to go through another like at a certain point you're like, I'm not going through another one of this. Whether that's IVF transfer, whether that's a miscarriage, whether that's a negative pregnancy test. Oh, it's Emily. Oh, thank you, Layla. I am, because I'm nearly 40 and I'm too old for anything else at this point. Not too old, but the older you get, the more you're like, here I am. I don't take it or leave it, baby. And not in a rude or mean way, but just like, this is who I am. If I'm not your cup of tea, then you can leave my page, as I tell many people. But I talk about all things in my life, whether it's what I talk about or not, pretty much. That I can talk about. Like infertility, aging, being a parent, I don't know, all the things. Being a foodie. Being a happy person, even though I'm not really like a happy disposition person. And what I mean by that is, like, somebody the other day was like, why are you so happy, or how are you happy all the time? I'm not. I really am not. Like, I'm kind of like my inner child, or my inner, well, I was pretty happy as a kid, but I'm a little bit of a grumpy Gus, like a little bit inside. But whether that's because of stuff that's happened to me, or like what life's thrown at me, or whatever. But you can choose, all you can do, you can't choose what life threw at you, but you can choose to like, today I'm gonna try not to be miserable. Now, does it always work? No, it doesn't always work. You can't help the way you feel. Some days just suck. Like some days I have a migraine and am in pain all day long, or some days I'm like anxious for no good reason, or, oh, your dog's name is Layla. That's so cute. I love it. I love that name. I also love that song, Layla, if you know what I'm talking about, by Eric Clapton. Great song. Yeah, some days I'm like depressed for, I don't know, like girls' hormones are all over the place in general, like some days, for whatever reason. And just humans, our emotions, something triggers me from my grief, and I'm just like, I feel like crap today. But at least some of the days, if you're trying to make it better, you will feel better. Not every day, right? Like, but you can choose to try to make your situation as good as you can, if that makes sense. By taking care of yourself. Oh, hi, Kayla. Is Kayla watching also? By doing things like taking care of yourself, like, for instance, I'm going to grab something to drink because I forgot. Like, I mean, I know it sounds silly, but like, I've dealt with this for many years, so I know what kind of works and what doesn't, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you can at least try. Like, there's no harm in trying. And sometimes I think just trying helps, if that makes sense. Because it can like trick you into almost thinking you're better, even if You're not, if that makes sense, like working out, like, I don't know, going in the sun for a little bit. Trust me, like I've had some dark times for sure in my life, but you can going to therapy, like things like that people are like, no, I don't want to do it. Just try it. You have to do it forever. And it can help you feel better, like journaling, whatever. Getting your hair done. To get yourself a nice coffee, and I don't care what Bethany Frankel says. That is self-care for many of us popos. Even if it's a waste of money, that's interesting. You gotta, excuse my French, but you gotta treat yourself once in a while. You gotta. Or you're gonna be a miserable human being. Like, it's about balance. I saw a video yesterday of somebody saying, like, they know that eating out is a waste of money. Like, we all know that. We all know you can probably, although grocery prices are really expensive. But yes, you can probably save a lot of money eating at home. Sure. But does that mean you eat at home 364 days? Is that how many days are in a year? I don't know. No, like once in a while. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Emily. Once in a while, I will, like the other day when I posted that mukbang, which I don't think I'm going to make public because my daughter jumped in the frame and stuff like that, and things like, I'm very protective of her. But anyway, that was so good, by the way. Yeah, it was worth the $40, and guess what? I'm still eating it today, so it was worth it, because it was pretty much all I ate the last few days. I like my house. It's a new build, so I wish we had more time to, like, work on it, but I'm starting to do little things. Little things here or there, just silly things. Like I hung a sign the other day. You guys want to see the sign I hung? Which just shows I kind of am a Grumpy Gus inside. But I don't usually let people see it. But my husband knows I'm kind of I know I try to be. Like, I'm a very nice person, but I am a Grumpy Gus a little bit. So, look at the sign. Can you see that? Somebody gave it to me, and I'm like, yes. Did you read it? I can only please one person per day. Today's not your day. Tomorrow doesn't look good either. I don't know. I love that song. Like, welcome to my house, but also get the out. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, I love cup of noodles. I could eat cup of noodles, like, every day if it wasn't terrible for me, because it has high carbohydrates. But I do treat myself to it once in a while, like, once a week or whatever, or if I'm sick. Especially love trying new versions. I just love ramen in general and Asian food. Turn the light on. I can't even see. So my plan is do the dishes, do laundry, and then pack. And I dropped my daughter off today. I let them know she's changing daycares because we moved and because because of other stuff too. Nothing wrong with the daycare she's at now, but it doesn't make sense for us to be driving so like far away for daycare and other reasons too. She's gonna be starting school soon, so. Did do that. I found her backpack that was missing. It was at the daycare, and for some reason, they didn't really tell me why, but her backpack was way up high. I don't know if they're rearranging, but my 5-foot self doesn't look up like, I don't look up to really tall. I would have never found it if I didn't say anything. You're having pajama day? Aww. For you or your kiddo? Yesterday we went to the pool. We had a good day, me and Daisy. I got a little tanner. I did get burnt. I am peeling, by the way, if you guys can see that. And yes, I got burnt again yesterday, even though I wore sunscreen. But it's hard to get, like, my back. So yeah, I got burnt again here. But I got a little bit of color, and Daisy had a ball. I felt really bad, though. Like, I don't know if I'm going to bring toys again to the pool, because I feel like it was making... One, Daisy doesn't keep track of them, so then I'm in charge. And I felt bad because, like, kids were taking our toys. And, like, some of them, I'm just like, whatever, just keep the toy. But then, I was like, well, it's not right. They shouldn't be taking, like, other people's property. So I told a couple, like, hey, we're leaving. We need that toy back. And they were like, I hate making kids, like, I don't know. I should have just been like, just keep it. We'll get more. But I was like, everybody else is getting their. So I'm like, next time, maybe we just don't bring toys so that kids, but I don't know. Or just bring them, and if they get lost, they get lost, whatever. I don't know. I felt bad. But then it's like, Daisy won't have any toys if I didn't tell a couple of them at least. But there was some that took them, and their parents were, like, there and didn't say, like, hey, don't take that. Maybe they didn't say it. I don't know. But, and I didn't want to get into a fight with people over, like, something stupid. So, if you know what I mean. Like, a big group of people, like, I don't know. So, whatever. Keep it, and maybe next time I bring them, but I'm actually organized, like the other moms who have their bags. I need to order that, I guess, maybe on Amazon. That way, I don't know. It's just chaos. It's chaos at the pool every time we go. I don't know. But fun. Oh, for your kid. Sometimes my daughter's daycare does something like that. Like, they'll do, like, once in a while. They don't really do it a lot. She doesn't go to daycare that much, because a lot of times I keep her home with me if I golf. But today I'm like, I need to get organized. I need to clean. So you gotta get to stepping, girlfriend. Plus I have to... Oh, and I have to go to Walmart because I got to return stuff that's almost 30 days. I got the stress that I did try it on, but it kind of didn't fit great in the dressing store, but I was like, oh, I'll just wear a tank top or something on underneath. But then I realized, no. When I got home, I was like, no, it looks bad because it like bunches all in my chest, and no, it looks tacky, it looks bad. You broke your leg? Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Well, get some rest. Heal up. I've broken like at least 4 bones in my lifetime. And it's really painful. You always know, I feel like, when you break a bone because it's so painful. Like, every time I've broken a bone, I like could not sleep that night because of pain. Because bone pain is terrible. How did you break your leg? I've broken, because I'm klutzy, I've broken my toe, I've broken my foot just coming down the steps, not paying attention. Like ADHD people usually get injured more easily, I guess, and then I've broken my arm and my wrist ice skating. My toe I broke just talking on the phone, not paying attention, rammed into like the end of the corner of the couch. I think I might have broken my hip, like a slight, not a bad one, but like a hairline fracture, but I didn't have insurance at the time. And I was young and stupid, and I was like, I'm not going to the hospital. But I did hear a crack, and it hurt really bad. And I literally iced my leg till I couldn't feel my leg anymore. And I'm like, oh, this is why you're supposed to have ice 20 minutes on, 20 minutes. But it healed eventually. But yeah, I was like playing with my cat, and I ran with like slippers or socks, on tile floor. Not a good idea. And then whammed my hip. So I don't even know. But I never went to the hospital, so I don't know if that counted or not. I'm not giving advice to anybody. Go to the hospital. Have insurance, first off. I didn't insure myself when I was younger because I was poor and I didn't have a good job until I became healthcare. And I do not advise that to other people. Because look at what happened to my dad. He didn't have insurance because he owned his own business and he didn't want to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. And then because of that, he had a massive stroke. So he didn't want to go to the hospital when he had a TIA. Don't get me started. But you know, when you're young, you're dumb, you think you're invincible. My dad thought he was invincible because he had been to the hospital several times over the years for like random weird things in the ICU. And he always pulled through. Like he got bit by a brown, he fell down your stairs. That's how I broke my foot one time. Like my mom has like my mom lives in an old Victorian house, just like her house before this one. And it has like big wooden steps. And she never got like, I feel like if you have those kinds of steps, you should get the little rug strips or whatever. Because I went down them too fast one time, again, on the phone, not paying attention. And my ankle like rolled under and it just snapped. I knew right away. I'm like, I broke my foot. I know. And then my mom was like, the messed up part was my mom was like, let's eat breakfast. And I'm like, I can't eat breakfast, Mom. I broke my freaking foot. And she's like, she's a nurse, or she was a nurse. So typical, like, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I'm not fine, Mom. Like, just look at it. The bone's nearly sticking out. Not to be too graphic, but. And then she looked at it, sure enough, and she's like, all right, fine. You got to ruin breakfast. Let's go to the hospital. And guess what? It was broke. So I don't know if my mom ever apologized to me for that, but that's okay. Do you have wooden steps too? I feel like wooden steps are dangerous. I really do. Because, like, if you wear socks down them or... Like, everybody hates on carpet, but carpet I feel like is way safer usually. That's why I don't mind. We have carpets upstairs in our bedrooms. 1, it's warm. 2, it's easy to... I feel like the carpets are fairly easy to clean. Like, you can just vacuum real quick instead of, like, having to get out the big mop and all that. But does it kind of, like, hold odors and... Yeah, it's hard to deep clean carpets, but I feel like in general. So I don't mind. We have carpets all upstairs. As long as the carpets aren't ugly, I don't mind that. We had like ugly carpets in the house I grew up in that were never, they were like the horrible, God, guys, this is a dangerous decision I'm making. Okay, worked out. Carrying all these cups. We had those horrible, like, 80s style carpets in the house I grew up in because it was built in the 80s. But, like, my parents didn't keep up with the house. So, they had those ugly carpets until the day we all moved out. But now the house has been redone. It was bought, redone, completely remodeled, made into the beautiful home it always had the potential of being. So that makes me happy because even though that house was kind of a house of horror in many ways, and yes, it was haunted, by the way. Anyway, even though it was built in the 80s, I swear to goodness. But I still have, like, a heart, like, it's always going to be in my heart or whatever, that house. Because it's your childhood home, you know what I mean? Like, your childhood home's always going to, like, have some of your heart in it. And they built that house literally because of me. Like, literally, because I was the 5th baby, and they're like, we don't have room in the Langhorne house anymore. So they decided to build a new house to fit all of us. But it was like the definition of being house poor, and I don't know that that was the best decision my parents ever made, but it was a decision they made nonetheless. It was a selfless decision, but I don't think it was the right decision. But needless to say, what was going to happen was going to happen in my parents' marriage anyway. So that's what I got to say about that. Did that help things? No. Yeah, it doesn't, the house now that we grew up in, it doesn't even really look like the house we grew up in, because and y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm like connected to that house. Like, literally, I can't even explain it. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but who cares? All right, I'll tell you. So literally every time a new owner has moved into that house, I've had dreams of, like, the person who's living there. And from my understanding, it's been somewhat accurate. It's creepy. Anyway. I don't know why I'm, like, connected to that house. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy. Have fun. Thanks for joining me. So anyway, that house now, it has, like, they painted it a whole, like, the outside of the house isn't even the same color. They've redone all the landscaping, and several people have moved in and out of that home, but they've added on like additions upstairs. They've also brought the owner now, I guess, has horses. It's a beautiful home, but that's what I always wanted growing up was horses, and they've done that, and it makes me happy. Because we had 10 acres, so it's like that yard and everything was, we had 20 acres, but now it has 10. But it was made by Emily. It was made for, come again, don't forget to subscribe. It was literally made for like a person that would have horses, you know, or a farmer or something like that. But I have so many, yes, I have bad memories there, but I have so many, like, good memories, too, that place is always gonna have a place in my heart. Always. Like, my childhood was full of, like, my early years were full of emotions and, like, not saying being an adult you don't have emotions, but it was a very volatile place that I grew up in, and probably shaped me into who I am now. But it was also like I had so much fun coming from a family of 6 kids. Like, that's what I feel bad for my daughter's not going to get that. But she has fun in other ways. But yeah, like, you can't replace that, like, the fun. And me and my siblings, we all, for the most part, we're all kind of similar, and that's okay, Emily, I understand. Mom duties call. But, yeah, so, like, in the shenanigans we got into, like, stuff you can't necessarily do nowadays because of social media. It's a different world. If you know, you know. When you grew, those of us who've grown up in the 80s and 90s, and coming from a household that was very dysfunctional, like the level of nonsense we would get into and have so much fun. Like, you can't replicate that. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. That's how I describe my upbringing. Guess I gotta hand wash all the rest of these. I feel like you can't leave for vacation with your house a mess. Like, my mom won't, like, drill that into my head. Plus, I, like, don't know where to start with packing, so I'm like, let me clean first, because that's my ADHD thing. But also, like, how am I gonna pack if some of my stuff is in the laundry? So I gotta finish doing laundry. Okay, let me hand wash with you guys a little bit. And then probably get going so I can focus when I'm done doing this. This is why I wanted to get a garbage disposal. But it cost like $500 for that, and we decided to wait a little bit. kind of regretting that decision now. Because the garbage disposal is very necessary, especially when you do the dishes so much. Like, and I've tried different, this one's from TikTok, and it works pretty good, but like, nothing compares the garbage disposal. And I'm sorry my cat was yesterday. That is an ADHD quality I have that I have some of. I didn't even cook lately. There's so many dishes still. Like, you will always be doing dishes when you're an adult. It doesn't matter if you eat out or not. Because there's still, like, I don't know. You need to use silverware for this or that. So if you can make your life easier with a garbage disposal, you should. And I'm going to advocate for that again with my husband. Advocate. But I'm going to try to convince him why we need to spend $500 for this. Because it's a pain in the butt. That's why. But, I think we got our internet fixed now, guys. Yay! So our internet was down like I think it was all the storms. I don't know. Because we had like the best internet company, I think, that you can get. Okay, there's in this area. Now, that being said, we only had the choice of two companies because we live in the middle of nowhere. But literally, I was getting so frustrated by it. Because, like, I also sell things online, so I need the internet to be working. But, and when you have kids, they want to watch YouTube, you know, things like that. And just in general, like, you got to read your emails, blah, blah, blah. So, which reminds me, I got to send her daycare email. But, we were out here all day yesterday. The poor guy was up there in the bucket, you know. Like, that's got to be a tough job, dealing with those wires or whatever. And my stupid dog wouldn't stop barking at him. And I'm like, shut up. Do you realize he has a hard enough job? And you're just barking at him? She thinks she's a guard dog. But of course he was like right outside her window, so my dog was like, she was going crazy. But they were here all day yesterday, and I seen their van out here too. Like, our neighbor's internet, I think, was down. So I will say they're trying to fix it. Hopefully, knock on wood, it was okay yesterday. It didn't go down once. But I think just all the storms or whatever. We've also had power outage too, like a month ago. So these storms wreak havoc on everything, I think. Hopefully the worst of it is over now, but I don't know. You never know. It's supposed to, I guess it's supposed to rain here this weekend. We're not going to do, well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. If it's going to rain this weekend, if it's not. I don't know. just never know with weather. You never know. I hope we have good weather. On our vacations this year, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, anyhow. Okay, dishes are done. Now I need to put crap away, do my laundry, take out trash, then pack, then go to Walmart, then we'll see. Do I have time to work out? Probably not, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are enjoying your summer. Okay, bye, guys. Have a good day. Oh, yeah, don't forget to subscribe, follow, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.